Wait, did he say he was the Yankee mascot?
A lot of people don't know the Yankees did have a mascot for a couple of years.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 mascots that don't exist anymore.
1984, Candlestick Park. The Giants invent the anti-mascot.
For this list, we'll be ranking the most bizarre and long-forgotten mascots of North American sports teams. Did we leave any out? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Thunder, Golden State Warriors. We're not exactly sure what an anthropomorphic representation of Thunder is supposed to look like, but the Golden State Warriors mascot named Thunder didn't exactly fit the bill. Still, this didn't stop this muscle-bound mascot from ingratiating himself to the Warrior faithful and earning himself a beloved reputation.
You may remember their old mascot Thunder, who wowed fans with his acrobatics.
Thunder felt like a superhero to the home team, so when the Oklahoma City Thunder came knocking, Golden State placed their mascot on hiatus for some retooling, never to return.
And I want you to know, while I miss you dearly, Warriors fans, you taught me what it was to be Thunder.
Warrior fans still remember Thunder fondly, however, and hold out hope that this one-time mascot might one day stage a comeback. Number 9, Homer the Brave, Atlanta Braves. The Atlanta Braves organization possesses something of a troubled history when it comes to mascots. The design of Homer was initially topped with a Native American head similar to the Braves logo, but this didn't last long. The second iteration was more clearly indebted to the first ever live-action baseball mascot, Mr. Met, having a giant baseball for a head, complete with an ear-to-ear smile.
Wait, what happened?
The mascot seemed to work, enjoying a relationship with the franchise for years before finally being retired and replaced with an even weirder mascot named Blooper in 2018.
But look, we found an enemy on the field here, Blooper, looking undeniably cute.
Number 8, Bada Boom, Quebec Nordiques. That is quite a name. Bada Boom, the first anthropomorphic NHL mascot, was a cute and fuzzy otter that was actually only supposed to be featured at Rendezvous 87, a series between Soviet hockey players and NHL All-Stars.
We are just about ready for the face-off. Game 1 of Rendezvous 87. The NHL All-Stars against the Soviet Union. Coming up.
Bada Boom got over big time with the fans, however, so much so that he was brought home to Quebec City for all of the Nordiques home games. His run lasted nearly a decade for the organization, but all good things must come to an end, and the legacy of Bada Boom was over once the Nordiques moved to Colorado and became the Avalanche. Number 7, Huddles, San Francisco 49ers. Easy now, 49ers fans, we're not talking about your beloved Sourdough Sam. That mascot continues to be a fixture at home games in San Francisco. Instead, we're going to discuss toys of the 1980s for a moment, specifically the line of adorable plush dolls produced by the NFL, known as Huddles.
What's a huddle?
What's a huddle? A huddle is the 28 mascots of all the NFL teams. Here, look, I'll show you. Here's the Jet Huddle, and I got the 49er Huddle, got my Dolphin Huddle.
A larger version of the 49ers Huddle was present on the field during a brief time during the 80s, but its legacy for the team is minimal at best, with most fans in San Francisco standing by Sourdough Sam. Number 6, Shotzi, Cincinnati Reds. Not every professional sports mascot was a person in a giant fluffy suit. Sometimes the mascot in question was actually cute and furry in the old-fashioned way, because it was an actual animal. In the case of Marge Schott, owner of the Cincinnati Reds, her St. Bernard Shotzi was a beloved part of the organization for almost a decade. After his death, a second St. Bernard, also named Shotzi, took his place for another 7 years before the Reds finally retired their live mascots for good. They may be gone, but for Cincinnati fans, they're certainly not forgotten. Number 5, Crazy Crab, San Francisco Giants. The moral of our next entry is this: be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Crazy Crab was created by the San Francisco Giants organization to deliberately annoy their fans.
All those fans in Giants land love that Crazy Crab.
The team actively encouraged the crowd to boo and throw things at the crab, to the point where the man who played him, Wayne Doba, often incurred injuries from projectiles like batteries or bottles.
Here was a mascot that was designed to be disliked. That was the whole point.
Doba was once even tackled by players from the San Diego Padres and sued the Giants for pain and suffering. Needless to say, the Crazy Crab only lasted a single season.
Giants fans are different.
Hey, Frank, need any pinch hitters?
Number 4, Boomer, Columbus Blue Jackets. The Columbus Blue Jackets were so crazy for mascots that they apparently couldn't settle for just one. The main mascot, Stinger, is still a presence at Blue Jackets games today, but for a time the insect was accompanied by another mascot named Boomer. He was designed to mimic the cannon that fired at Blue Jackets home games, but proved quite unpopular with fans. And honestly, we can definitely see why. After all, Boomer's vertical cannon shape is just, well, let's go with uncomfortable. This mustachioed mascot didn't last very long and was retired after only a few weeks. Number 3, Bonnie Brewer, Milwaukee Brewers. Our next mascot wasn't a giant head or a real-life animal, but instead more of a costume.
We would go out with the grounds crew and run onto the field and do cartwheels and round-offs and gymnastic stunts.
Bonnie Brewer was a Milwaukee staple that dressed in traditional German lederhosen and utilized a broom to clean the bases during the 7th-inning stretch. The team already had a mascot in the form of Bernie Brewer, but Bonnie quickly connected with fans, thanks to quirky traditions like kissing the opposing team's third base coach on the cheek. Although some fans may see Bonnie Brewer as a sexist relic of the past, many of the women who played her have expressed fond memories about their time on the field.
For Liz and Ann, it's the memories and the connection to today's Brew Crew that will last forever.
It was a really fun time in my life, and it's really fun to be a part. I feel like I'm a part of this magic that's going on right now.
Number 2, Dandy, New York Yankees. Dandy served as living proof that not everyone can pull off pinstripes. This mascot for the New York Yankees barely lasted 2 years before he was ousted. Because what says baseball more than a weird-looking bird with a mustache?
Wade and I went up there and met with him, showed him the designs, and we went into his office. He looked at it. I think he liked the sketch. He seemed to.
Major League Baseball was mascot crazy after the success of the Philly Fanatic, and the Yankees wanted in. Or did they?
I was supposed to be making my debut, and nothing.
We were at the game. We never even saw him ourselves. He was relegated to the top part of the stadium.
The team's owner, George Steinbrenner, was upset with some of the on-field antics of team mascots after a dramatic incident involving the San Diego Chicken. As a result, the company responsible for Dandy, Acme Mascots, turned down the team's proposed renewal of their lease, citing a lack of enthusiasm and support.
We decided that after 3 years, if they weren't going to be exploiting the personality and the character, that there wasn't much point.
Before we name our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable, or is that dishonorable, mentions. Meadow the Mule, New York Mets. A real mule. Let's go, Mets. Bleacher Creature, Atlanta Braves. You never know where he might strike. Ragnar, Minnesota Vikings, a marauder who severely overestimated his work.
Many of the Vikings faithful noticed the absence of a long-standing tradition. Since 1994, Ragnar has been a part of the game day festivities, from his dancing to his not-so-subtle entrances.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Chief Noc-A-Homa, Atlanta Braves. It's an understatement to say that the world of professional sports has had a controversial relationship with Native American mascots. Chief Noc-A-Homa was something a bit different for the Atlanta Braves, however, given that the man who portrayed the chief, Levi Walker, was a Native American member of the Odawa tribe.
The fans saw me as a superstar. They saw me like Batman. They saw me like Superman.
This didn't mean that Noc-A-Homa's run with the Braves was without blowback from some fans, but the majority of Braves Nation felt a kinship with their chief. Some fans even blamed losing games on the lack of Noc-A-Homa's teepee and spirit dance.
Before each game, he would do a dance on the pitcher's mound, then sprint off the field to his teepee in the stands.
Still, the Chiefs' reign couldn't last forever, and he was retired prior to the 1986 season, after a nearly 20-year run.
And all these years later, he is still beloved by many.
I've been blessed by the fans to be the mascot for the Atlanta Braves.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.